This is the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, and I know what you're thinking. This is not just a Wrangler with a bed, and stay tuned to find out why. You're watching DRIVETERRAIN. I'm Abhiram Rajesh, and if you want to see cool reviews like this, please consider clicking that subscribe button and also that bell icon on the side of it. So this is the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, and it's codenamed the JT after the previous generation SJ. And trust me, Jeepers have been asking for this Jeep pickup forever. Like, it's been the longest time since they launched the Comanche in 1992, and after that we have not had a Jeep pickup forever. And finally it's come, the Jeep Gladiator JT, and it's amazing as you can see. So we get the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 engine, which produces 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, or 350 newton meters of torque, giving you the best power that you can get with a Jeep Wrangler. But you also have the 2 liter diesel, which is available in the international countries, and you also have a lot of the Hemi engines, like the one that's coming on the 392 Rubicon. So let's talk about the exterior design. First of all, we get this iconic 7-slat grille, and I think that's one of the most signature things of Jeep products. And next we have this tiny Easter egg, which is actually a small Jeep grille on the headlight, which looks amazing. And as you come towards the side, we get these chunky fenders, and they really play their role. On the Rubicon, they'll be raised a little bit higher over here. Here we don't get LED for the front indicators, we don't get LEDs for the headlamps. As you come towards the side, we notice the first major thing which throws away this from the normal sport variant, and that is these B-lock wheels. The tires that we get on the Jeep Gladiator are Yokohama Geolanders, and they have a tire size of 315/70 R17s. And what we're seeing here is actually the Mopar B-lock wheel. So it is actually a Jeep performance part and not the standard wheel that comes with the Sport. So you also get these massive Fox performance shocks, which is again a Mopar modified part. So you can see over here, there's a small label saying Jeep performance parts. On the side, you get this air vent over here. So it's actually not a functional air vent, but I'm coming to that more in detail. Here we get a Gladiator sticker that's there over here, and also the Jeep badging that's there over here. We get the trail rated badge, and this trail rated badge, it has a lot of significance as it measures the car on 5 of the most important off-road characteristics, that is water fording, traction, maneuverability, articulation, and ground clearance. Now coming on towards the side, well, there's a lot of things that's going on over here. First of all, we get these chunky door handles. They're pretty cool, and they close with a nice thud. And here we get a small detailing called T50, and what that means is that it's the size of the wrench that you use for removing the doors. So that feature is actually there for Jeep owners who are trying to remove their doors for the first time. Come towards the side, where we got a side door step, can be used to climb on the car, as you can see. So it's pretty helpful like that. And again, more of the interesting design elements is this chunky mirror over here with, well, non-LED indicators. And as we come towards the side, we again get more of that chunky fender in the rear, and you also get the tonneau cover on top. Now the Jeep Gladiator is offered in 2 versions. One is the soft top version and the hard top version, spread across 3 variants, which is the Sport, Overland, and the Rubicon. And you also have the Gladiator Mojave in international countries, and we're getting the Sandrunner and we're waiting for it, so that's a good variant. And let me talk about the hard top. The hard top on the Jeep Gladiator is what makes it a convertible pickup truck. So you have the soft top, which can be, opened like this, and you also have the hard top, which comes in 2 pieces on top, and that can be removed using the adjustments inside, which I'll be showing you how to do it. So the hard top models actually get a complete glass panel on the rear, unlike the normal plastic layer that you would get for the soft top versions. Since it has a glass back, it has a small window which can be opened from the inside, letting you see in the outside world. So now let's start with the rear profile of the car. So we get these trail rated tow hooks over here. Here we have the reverse parking camera, which I'll be showing you more in detail in the interiors. And here we have a Jeep logo, which is in matte black. That looks amazing. And here we get lights for the number plates, the number plate itself. And these are the Mopar Sport exhaust, and they sound amazing. And here we get a Sport badging, as this is the Sport variant that I'm reviewing today. And here we get the rear tail lights, and they're not LEDs. Another cool interesting fact about the Jeep Gladiator is that most pickup trucks would have their third brake light up there. But you know why Gladiators can't have that? That's because the doors and tops are removable, which means that the third brake light has to be mounted over here. So another problem is that if you're towing stuff, then the third brake light won't be visible. That's why Jeep doesn't offer any tow hitches for the Jeep Gladiator from the manufacturer's side. And you can probably do one aftermarket, but then still it would block the third brake light. So now let's talk about the most important part of this pickup truck, the bed. So the bed can be opened by pulling this latch over here, and this actually has a soft lowering mechanism. So if you watch this, it's damped. The bed, as you can see, has lots of space and it can be used to store a multitude of things. One way is to organize it like this with off-road equipment, or you can even carry dirt bikes up to it, and Jeep claims that 94% of the dirt bikes sold can be accommodated in the Jeep Gladiator's bed. And actually there's two more Easter eggs that I wanted to show you, which I can show you on this car because of the equipment that's on it. So there's actually a small number called 419 with a heart on it, and what that means is that it is the area code for Toledo, Ohio, where the Jeep Gladiators are manufactured, giving homage to the place where it is manufactured. And that's a really cool touch, and it's a Jeep Easter egg. And also, if you come here back towards the bed, again there's also another Easter egg, which is these dirt bike tire treads, and that's a really cool touch, saying that you can accommodate dirt bikes in this bed. And so right now I'm standing in the bed of the Jeep Gladiator, and as you can see, this is the tonneau cover, and there's a lot of things kept over here, which is of course off-road equipment and camping equipment. So yeah, the bed is actually pretty spacious, and you can even sleep in it if you wanted to. So these are the key fobs that we get with the Jeep Gladiator. They get this metal Jeep badging over here in the front, and you get the button for the unlock and lock over here in the rear. And it's also a flip key, so you can do this and start it like that as well. So this is actually more of an emergency key than a starting key, as you have push button starts, which I'll be showing you right now. So you just put the key over here and just press the brake, hit the start. So here we get the radio app first, which I'll play some music. So as you guys can see, the audio system sounds amazing, and you can also connect media devices over here via Bluetooth, or you can even use a USB. Here we have the climate controls, which have dual zone climate control with temperature adjustments over here, which are again automatic, and you also have the 4 different AC modes. Then we have the Uconnect apps, where we can activate the mirror dimmer. We also have the backup cam over here, as you can see, and also comes with adaptive guidelines. Now we can go to the controls over here. We can go to more settings of the car, and that's basically it for the Uconnect 7-inch infotainment system. And as we come over here, we can see the controls for the AC. So this is the chunky dials that we have for controlling the AC. So you can directly know that by showing this indicator over here. You can also adjust the temperatures over here, and we also have the front and rear defoggers, and these defoggers also activate the defoggers on the mirrors. And here we have a button for switching off traction control. Over here we have the button for activating the stop start system, which helps in achieving fuel efficiency. Here we have a button to mute the screen. Here, if we press this button, it switches off the parking sensors. This is actually part of the smokers package, and we also get the window controls over here in the middle for lowering down all of the windows. So here under the media hub, we have a aux port, we have a USB-C port and a USB-A port. On the dashboard, we get this handlebar over here, which can be useful when you're going off-roading, and you also get these nice chunky air vents over here. They can be closed like this, and you get this nice matte finish over here, which looks nice. And as we come towards the down over here, we have a glove box which can be locked, and you also get the speaker extension over there. And the reason why you don't have speakers on the doors or the tops is because of the fact that the doors are removable. And as you come towards the side, you can notice the leather treatment on the place where you keep your hands on the doors, and you can also see the chunky door handle, which comes with a small lever mechanism to lock it. And you can also see the lock and unlock switches for central locking, and down there we get the net for storing things. And that's what makes the Wrangler's interior, well, what I'd say utilitarian, and that's the perfect word to describe it. So now we have the glove box, so it can be opened like this, and then we have this owner's manual over here, which is actually the first thing that I found. And then if you look into here, we actually have a USB-A port right there, And also this was the again the extension of the spokers package, which actually is supposed to be fitted in the cup holders. And here in the center we have the gear knob for the 8-speed automatic. You also have the different gears over here, which is park, reverse, neutral, drive, and you can also shift into M manual mode to take shift things manually. And here we have the 4-wheel drive gear, which comes with 2H, 4H auto, 4H part-time, neutral, and 4 low. So let me know in the comment section if you want to make a detailed video just on this gear, and I'll do that for sure. And here we get a leather wrapping for the gears, both the gears. And as we come over here towards the back, we have a cubby hole where we can keep different things. So right now the sunglasses is kept over there, and you also can keep this key over here. You also have the handbrake over here, which is again wrapped with this leather finishing on top. So on top, well, these panels are removable and they can be removed by pulling these latches on towards the side, and you can also just pull these triggers like this, and you can also pull these back right here. So basically just undoing a bunch of latches, and once you do that, you can just come up and lift the panel. So that's actually the way how you can remove the top. So once you're done, you can just lock everything back into place like that. So we get this digital display over here, which can be controlled using these buttons. So here we have the vehicle info. In that we have tire pressure, coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil pressure, and oil life, and battery voltage. And as you go down, we have the fuel economy, and you also have the trip info, and we have the audio. Right now it shows the radio that I'm playing, version radio. And then you have if there's any messages from the car, like service soon or anything of that sort, it will be showing over here. And you can also press OK to enter the screen setup, which you don't need to do right now. Let's go back to the speedometer. Yeah, so we get this 2 analog dials over here, and this digital speedometer that comes over here. This indentation over here, does it remind you of anything? Like this cutout pointing towards this side, cutout pointing towards this side, and cutout pointing towards this side. Maybe what if I put a rod and join it like this? Then reminds you of something very clearly. Oh yes, it's the steering wheel of the Jeep Willys, and that's what they have been able to achieve by doing this design over here. So that reminds you of the Willys Jeep steering wheel. And you can activate the wipers by just pulling this, so it has a nice amount of spray on offer. And guys, now I'll be showing you the voice assistant, which is a very cool feature. So watch this. You have this button over here, and you click that, and if you want to set a radio, you say, for example, tune to frequency 104.8. So right now we are on Virgin Radio. You can shift to channel 4. Tune to 104.8 FM.
Tuning to 104.8 FM.
So you guys can see that it is channel 4. And also you can do some other cool commands like change the temperature. Set temperature to 25 degrees.
Setting temperature to 25.0 degrees.
And that's like the really cool voice commands that you can get on the Jeep Gladiator. It's even there in my compass. And now here on the side we get the controls for adjusting the mirrors on the side. If you can see over here on the mirror, you can see these 3 small bars that are there. So what that means is that this has heated mirrors. Down here we have the controls for the headlights. So right now we are in the off position. We can dim it. We have the low beams on, and then we have the auto. And once you put in auto, you get the full brightness for the instrument cluster, and the brightness of the instrument cluster can be adjusted using this dial over here. And another FCA thing is that you have the audio controls over here in the rear. You can increase the volume, and over here on the side, or on the other side, we have the controls for shifting the FM and the track basically. And here we have the engine start-stop button, which has 3 positions, which is off, accessories, and run. So now let's talk about the rear seats. So there's a lot of things going on here. So in the rear seat, the first thing that I have to tell about is the ISOFIX child seats, which is what gives it a kind of family car attribute, and that's important. And next we have under seat storage, which you can access by just pulling this up. And as you can see over here, the owner has kept a lot of things like these wire cables, and also you have some of the car's equipment that's there over here, and also the net that can be closed like that. So speaking of the rear seats, well, just like the front seats, they are very comfortable. You have enough amount of knee room, have enough amount of headroom, well, loads of headroom. And if I close this door, yeah, overall the cabin does feel quite airy. It's not like that stiffed in here, and definitely I can feel the adventure vibes by just sitting in the seat. We get headrests for all the 3 seats for the rear passengers, and here we can have the seat belt, and in the middle over here we have AC vents for the rear passengers right here, and also the window controls for the rear passengers are right here, and down here there's also a cup holder for the rear passengers, 2 of them, and here we have a seat pocket which can be used to store stuff. So these are the roll cages that we get on the Jeep Gladiator, and this is a standard thing for every Jeep except for the ones like the Compasses, Cherokees and Grand Cherokees. Then here we have the speakers, 2 of them on each side, and the microphones that are there over here. We have the lights that can be switched on by just clicking on them over here. So that is a wrap up for the Gladiator shoot. Here are the keys, and let's get done with this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also comment down below which car you'd like me to review next. Once again, stay tuned, have a great day, goodbye.